I forgot to write an intro, sorry, James. You're here?
Yeah,
really?
No, I'm
and
sorry.
you're standing here.
I'm sorry.
Unbelievable. The shooter that notoriously betrayed Steam, Metro Exodus, is launching this Friday on the Epic Games Store. But along with any emotional baggage, it will also be bringing support for NVIDIA's RTX features. The game will only be the second to feature ray tracing after Battlefield 5, and only the third to feature deep learning supersampling after Battlefield and Final Fantasy 15. Some tech outlets have been testing out the features on pre-release versions of the game, including Tech Jesus himself, Steve from Gamers Nexus. And it looks like ray tracing will have just as small an effect on graphics as it did in Battlefield. Speaking of Battlefield 5, that game has just received DLSS support now, and a preview version of the Unreal Engine has also been updated with ray tracing. So it looks like RTX may be turning into more of a real thing that we might actually all get to experience someday, and less of just something in meme land.
Wow, really?
Eventually, I guess. Smartwatches are dead, you say? It was all just a gimmick, you say? Well, you should stop saying these things and let me do it. I've got a script to help me out. The NPD Group, an analytics firm, has said that smartwatch sales went up more than 60% in the US last year, totaling nearly $5 billion. According to the report, 16% of the US population owns a smartwatch, with that number going up to a quarter for people between the ages of 18 and 34. Wow. However, 88% of smartwatch sales were accounted for by Apple, Samsung, and Fitbit. So while you might not want to say that smartwatches are dead, you can say that about Wear OS watches. You have my permission. Also, still don't want a smartwatch? You can now get Sony's smartwatch strap called the Wina.
Wait, what?
Wina.
Weena?
Actually, never mind. And researchers have, unfortunately, identified a method for running malware on Intel-based systems that completely bypasses antivirus software. The attack vector was identified partially by one of the researchers behind the discovery of the Spectre vulnerability, Daniel Gruss, at Graz University of Technology, and it involves using the software guard extension feature introduced with Skylake processors. SGX enables apps to use virtual enclaves where data can be protected by requiring it to be encrypted and decrypted in order to be stored and read, respectively. By hiding malicious code inside an SGX enclave, it could hide from antivirus software. Intel has responded to the research, thanking those involved, and saying the best defense is only to run code from trusted sources. So then the question becomes, who do you trust? You wanna know who I trust? Madrina's Coffee, the sponsor of today's Quick Bits. We here at LMG trusted Madrina's to make the LTT Lambo Roast, a brilliant blend of medium roasted Latin American and African coffee beans. It's got a sweet, chocolatey flavor, a huge, bold body, and a smooth caramel finish. Oh yeah. But Madrina's also makes delicious organic cold brew coffee in a sweet and creamy flavors like this. Vanilla cappuccino. Oh Jesus. And a real kicker is that you can get 40% off your entire order. Just go to lmg.com/tlcoffee and use offer code Linus. I'll cheers to that. Check out Madrina's at the link below. My God, that tastes good. On to the quick bits. Now that I'm all hopped up on caffeine, the Wall Street Journal reports that Apple is in talks with news publishers to develop a subscription tier for the Apple News app. Subscribers would pay around $10 a month to access an unlimited amount of content from news sites that charge for access, like those pesky Wall Street Journal. The only catch is Apple wants a 50% cut of the revenue. Oh, that's like half. That's like 2 quarters.
Whoa.
Jeez Louise. And Rocket League is set to release an update next week that will not only allow players from PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC to play against each other, but also to party up and enter online matchmaking together. Hell yeah! This is what the world needs, my friends. Love, community, harmony, and the ability to pwn noobs no matter what potato they play on.
Hey.
Have you heard of female? Have you? No worries, me either. It's not really a thing anymore, that's why. It was an email provider that was completely destroyed by an unknown hacker who somehow got access to the company's servers and methodically reformatted every hard drive they could find. It's a horrible story, and also a great reminder to keep offline backups of your data, or just keep offline altogether. And also to make sure you change your passwords when you fire someone.
Yeah.
NCIX.
Oh.
Researchers in Russia, Singapore, Hong Kong, and MIT in the USA have demonstrated a new method that could open up all kinds of new materials for use in creating processors, which is important given that we're coming up against the limits of what silicon can do. The researchers were even able to conduct tests using nanometer-sized needles made of diamond. God, why is this important? It's not, but diamond needle CPUs, that sounds really cool.
That's great. I'd pay for those.
And it's time to say goodbye to one of the titans of space exploration, the Opportunity Mars rover. NASA declared the rover dead today, 8 months after its last contact following a massive dust storm on the red planet. It's believed that dust covered the rover's solar panels, giving it no opportunity to charge its batteries. I'm sorry.
James.
Too soon?
Yeah.
And it's too soon to end this episode, but we have to do it anyway because Riley hasn't eaten lunch yet. It's the most important meal of the day, they say. Who says that? So subscribe now for more text news. All the text news.
Text.
I'm only doing one take, that's it.
Yep.